This program is brought to you by newscliptv.com. Make your own news. Register online and become a Newsclip TV reporter. Newsclip TV, your community news website.
Welcome to Persistence Pays TV. I'm your host, Lori Roudnask. Where can you go to network, meet new business owners, expand your business knowledge, and know about the policies and procedures that are important within your community? Well, the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce has all of those committees in their board, and I've got with me here in the studio today David Adames, the President and CEO of the Hamilton Chamber. So thanks for being here today, David.
Well, thank you for the invitation to be here, Lori.
When I was looking at your website and the Chamber, the Hamilton Chamber, I noticed that you have a lot of subcommittees within your chamber, and you have over 1,400 members in your Hamilton Chamber. How do you, when someone joins the chamber, tell me, how do they get on different committees and what's kind of the process?
Well, the committee work is important work that goes on at not only our Chamber of Commerce, but many other chambers of commerce. And we encourage members when they are signing up, and we go through this with the sales team when they're out prospecting for members. We always ask the question, what are your top business needs? How can the chamber help with those business needs? Sometimes businesses will say, look, I've got an issue with either a city council or with a provincial regulation or maybe even a federal law. So the work that goes on at committees can deal with some of that policy work. The other key reason why members join committees and divisions is they want to build their business network. So that speaks to two of the 5 functions of a typical Chamber of Commerce, representing business interests with government, so that's the policy work, and the second is building a network for business.
And so now your members, you have different events that you run throughout the year as well. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the things that the Chamber, why you would become a member of the Chamber?
Well, events are important to advance our policy priorities. So sometimes we'll bring speakers in that deal with priorities. For example, this year, one of our priorities is supporting mass public transit. That's both the all-day two-way GO train service and LRT, or light rapid transit. So we have brought speakers in. John Howe, one of the vice presidents of Metrolinx, came in and talked about the big move, which deals with both GO transit, so interregional transit, and local transit, or our rapid transit plan. From that type of conversation, we're then going to create our new task force on LRT, and that's where we'll have a representative from each of the divisions and committees serve on that to advance that priority. So that's came out of a speakers event with having John Howe from Metrolinx, but other events that we run, sometimes it's celebrating or promoting business in the community. So our Outstanding Business Achievement Awards, which will happen March 26, 2012, that's a way of celebrating success, celebrating business success stories in our community. But we run in any typical month a couple of events per month, so quite a few events, small and large, business after business, sometimes it's a seminar or workshop. And something new that we're starting, the second Friday of each month, and we'll start Friday, February the 10th for the first one, will be Coffee with the CEO and Guest. So it's a chance for members to come out in a casual setting, to ask questions of the Chamber, and also have a guest from the business community.
That's a great idea. Now the Hamilton's mission, Hamilton Chamber of Commerce, as the voice of ethical enterprise, is committed to making the City of Hamilton and all its communities a great place to live, work, play, visit, and invest by promoting private sector jobs and prosperity growth of individuals, organizations, and businesses. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, the core mission, we can never lose sight of this, is we want to grow jobs and prosperity in our community. So that's one thing that we should never lose sight of as we're working on the behalf of our members, looking at the work that's going on in our committees and divisions, the events that we're running. It should always be a jobs focus. How are we raising prosperity in the community? And it always comes through job creation. So that really does speak to that mission statement.
There's some great news that the Hamilton Chamber is hosting the Canadian Chamber Conference. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're very honored that the Canadian Chamber of Commerce will be hosting its annual general meeting in Hamilton the third week of September. It's preceded by the Chamber Executives Conference as well. So really 2 conferences will be taking place in that third week. We want to work very closely with the Flamborough Chamber and the Stoney Creek Chamber in hosting delegates from across the country. And so who's going to be in town? It's going to be our Chamber colleagues from across the country, We're going to have sponsors and media and federal government ministers here. So it's a prestigious conference, something that Hamilton hasn't hosted since 1995. So the first time in 17 years we'll have that great conference here in Hamilton.
That'll be exciting. So we'll watch for more information coming out on that.
Absolutely. We have a website created for the conference, hamiltonccc2012.ca, and we'll be putting more information on that site in the coming months.
Absolutely. Well, I think you're doing a great job at the Chamber and bringing businesses together to network, know more about the community, know more about business. When you can get together with another business owner and talk about what's working for them and share some ideas, it's a great way to grow your business. Right. So thanks for being here today, David.
Thank you, Lori. All right, we've had the bird's eye view of Hamilton. Now we're going to get down to business and look at Hamilton's business story.
Hi, I'm Bob Bratina, the Mayor of the City of Hamilton.
Good day. My name is Demetrius Safridis. I'm the Chair of the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce and your host for the 2012 Annual General Meeting of the Canadian Chamber.
Hi, my name is Brent Kinnaird, and I'm pleased to serve as the Host Committee Chair for the 2012 Canadian Chamber of Commerce AGM, hosted here in Hamilton in September 2012.
And on behalf of our Council, I welcome all of you to the Canadian Chamber of Commerce Annual General Meeting here in Hamilton.
Hosting the Canadian Chamber Conference, and we're going to be working very closely with the Stoney Creek Chamber and Flamborough Chamber on that. Both Dave and Aaron serve on the Government Affairs Committee of the Hamilton Chamber, and we often go out to each other's events as well. And we get together on a regular basis to share war stories is one of the things that we do. But I think overall, though, it's important that the role that we play is communicated out to our members, because we're all talking about a jobs and prosperity agenda. Business is good for our collective communities, and it's important that we do that. But prior to my time at the Hamilton Chamber, the chambers have worked together on other initiatives, and I think Aaron and Dave have some great examples they want to share with viewers as well.
One of the more famous things that all three chambers did a lot of work on and a lot of time and effort with the city, I give them full credit, it's called the Red Hill Parkway, and it has been sort of the starting point for people to come to Hamilton. I think even the bread company, one of the reasons they came here was because of the access to QEW, and now we hear there's more businesses going up there too. So, but all three chambers spent a lot of time and effort, and I think it really paid off for all of us. Really.
Great.
The area rating debate, which raged in the city, in all parts of the city, since the days of amalgamation a decade ago or so. What happened was that the three chambers came together to struggle with this issue, and it was a very contentious issue, particularly in the suburbs. And through the efforts of a special committee that was established with representatives from all three chambers, led by Dr. John Nechtel from Ancaster, who was a member of the Ancaster division of the Hamilton Chamber, we met for 2 years struggling with this issue. And in the end, we came up with a proposal that we thought was fair. It talked about having taxes based on service delivery and service availability rather than have differentials based on geographical boundaries. And there came a day when the three chambers appeared before council, and it was at that time David's predecessor, John Dolbeck, Dave and we appeared before council and we made the recommendation, and in the end, council unanimously embraced basically our proposal, which was to have tax differential rates to reflect different service levels rather than geographical boundaries.
You know, infrastructure investments are critical to job growth as well. And Maple Leaf Foods, who are making $500 million worth of investment in the Red Hill Business Park, they're going to become Hamilton's third largest private sector employer when they're fully operational at their two plants. So they did make that decision to come to Hamilton based on a couple of key reasons, one of which was the transportation infrastructure. It was important that they received their product into the plants in a timely fashion, and to get their products out to market in a timely fashion. The transportation network was very important.
Well, thank you all for being here. And for those of you out there that aren't a chamber member, be sure to join your local chamber. You can go to a meeting for free, check it out, find out if there's a fit for you. But the benefits, there are many. So be sure to check out your local Chamber of Commerce to be able to grow your business. Thanks for joining on Persistence Pays. And if you have any questions, you can send me a comment at persistencepays.ca.